Hi and welcome to MicroMoment Monday, and I'm so excited today I can hardly stand it. We are going to unbox my new mixer. First, let me tell you why I am getting a new mixer, because I don't get new stuff just to get new stuff. I have owned my KitchenAid for probably 10 years, and I bought it as a refurbished model. And last week when I was making bread, it just quit right in the middle of kneading. And it did come back on, it had overheated, but I've made bread with that very same recipe in that machine for years. And so because it is starting to quit right in the middle of kneading, I recognize that it is suffering from old age, like, you know, some of the rest of us. And so I have been doing research and checking things out for about 2 years because I knew that this day would come. I've been saving my money, and I found a mixer that I was so very interested in on King Arthur's site. And that's the one that I've been looking at for 2 years. It arrived today, and we are going to unbox it. I have my handy dandy knife. So I'm just going to open my box cutter, and we are going to unbox this together. It is made in Sweden. It is pronounced Ankarstrum, or close to that. It is, of course, Swedish. Ankarstrum. And so, I bet you can't guess what color I got. Oh, well, maybe you can. Box in a box, so I'm going to open it very carefully because it is the mixer box. And it actually is not called a mixer, it's called a kitchen machine. Okay. Literature, styrofoam. Oh, a lovely recipe and more book. That's exciting. Okay, so I'm going to tip this on its side. See if I can wiggle it out. Here's the plastic bowl, and I'll show that to you in a minute. Here's the metal bowl. Here's the lid and a few other attachments. And here is the machine itself.
I was going to say, that looked like styrofoam.
Oh, such a thing of beauty. And of course it is red. So here it is. And I know a little bit about it, but not because I've ever even seen one in person before, but because I have watched a lot of YouTube presentations. Well, actually not a lot, because there are not a lot. But I have watched some YouTube presentations. And so this is the base, and the base is made so that it can be used either this way or it can be used this way. This is an attachment area for other types of things that you can buy. I don't even know what it is yet, so I'm going to leave that alone for a while. And of course, you know that the main reason that I got this was for making bread. So let me just go through what I know so far. So this stainless bowl is about 2 gallons, and it has a little cut right there that slips across a bar down in that little hole. Okay, and then this pin comes out, or up anyway, and it moves over, and with this knob you can fasten where the this goes. It has a dough hook right here, which I'm going to have to practice with because it is the strangest looking dough hook. It hooks right here into this little hole, and then the dough wraps around it. I am more interested, now, and it may be fine, I don't know, but what I really, really love is this bowl scraper that goes almost in the very same hole as the dough hook, but it rides right up against the bowl so that it just is continuously scraping the bowl and keeping all of the ingredients back down in the center, where then this roller can, hope I know how to do this. I've just only seen it. Oh, okay, so there's that. And then here is, get scissors. This is a lovely bowl scraper that is shaped for the inside of the bowl. And one of the things that it also has is the way that it has been tooled here. This little curve fits exactly in these little grooves. So if ever I need to scrape the beaters, I can do that. Or get things out of the bowl, I can use this. So that is really, really handy. Now, the very cool thing about this is that I'm very used to my KitchenAid, which I have loved. I've had KitchenAids for probably 30 years, maybe longer. And of course, in the KitchenAid is the beater that moves around and around and around. In the, I forgot the name already, Ankarstrum. Ankarstrum. In the Ankarstrum, the bowl moves. So let's plug it in. If I didn't lose the cord, I did. And let you see that, because it is so cool. Okay. So I'm going to put the roller back in. And the scraper is in, and I can manipulate the scraper, and actually if I loosen this I can manipulate the roller as it's going too. So first thing I'm going to do is make a loaf of bread, or a couple of loaves of bread. So this is the on-off right here, and so you can see how the bowl turns, and I don't have any dough in there, but if Jim can get a picture of the inside, you can see how this works. The roller will roll around the dough and knead it beautifully. Now, I usually like to do my bread by hand, so I'm anxious to compare what this stand mixer will do. Then, the other thing that is so cool is that after you turn this on, you can put this around to how long. This is a little timer. It's on, off, and then it's a timer. And if I want it kneaded for 8 minutes or 12 minutes, it goes all the way up to 12 minutes, it will keep this steady pace all the way for 12 minutes. Now, I have heard that this bowl can go really fast, so I'm dying to try it out. So I'm going to turn it off for right now, and I'm just going to remove these two things because I don't know the machine yet very well, but we're going to try it out. This is the on-off and the timer, this knob right here. This knob over here is the speed. So we're going to go to on, and now I'm going to increase the speed.
Drag racing.
Woo! Pedal to the metal. Oh my gosh. then I'm going to, if I remember how to do this, okay, I have to pull this up and get this out of the way. And then there. It comes with this plastic bowl. One of the things that has irritated me all of these years, you know, I love my other mixer, or I wouldn't have bought, probably I've had 4 of them, and I have loved those KitchenAids. But one thing that I don't love so much about it is that when you put 1 egg or even 2 eggs in the bottom of those bowls, the beater doesn't reach those eggs, and so you can't make it do anything with them. So this is a little drive shaft that fits down on that groove, and then this goes over the top and drops into place. There we go. And so this is a double beater that goes to the bottom of the bowl, so you can whip cream and whip eggs. Is that cool or what? And then it also has these individual beaters. These just pop out somehow. I guess you just pull them out. Yep. And then these go in, and it's all geared. So it's all geared in there. And so when I put this on now, well, I've done something wrong. I better read instructions on this before I go any further so I don't mess things up. There must be some kind of a latch or something. So I still have a lot to learn on this, and I'm chomping at the bit to learn it. So one of the first things that I'm going to do, of course, is to make bread, and I even may do that a little bit later this evening. We will see. And if I do, we will do a quick little video, and I will include that coming up shortly after this video has aired. So I'm just as pleased as I can be with this, and very excited to have such a good piece of equipment. It's called a kitchen machine. And so I have a new kitchen machine that I'm really thrilled about. So thank you for being with me while I unboxed this Ankarstrum. I still have to learn how to say it. Ankarstrum. So I unboxed my Ankarstrum, and thank you for being with me while I did it. We had fun together doing it. So see you next week for our next micro moment.